Alright guys, what is going on? Welcome to the channel Throne and Throttle. It's our first upload. My name is Chris. Nice to meet you guys. I figured I'd finally upload a review of the 2025 Ninja 500. It's my first motorcycle. My wife has the exact same one. And I'll tell you, we've been having such a fun time on these machines. We are just about 8,000 miles in. So I'd like to think that I have enough riding experience on it at this point that I can give a fair review. Even though it is my first bike, I can't really compare it to a whole bunch of other machines, but I can compare it to not having a motorcycle. And I'll tell you what, this thing is a lot of fun. It's a 451cc V-twin, I believe, or parallel twin. 451cc parallel twin motor. It produces right around 50 horsepower, if I'm not mistaken, which, you know, a lot of people will say, oh, it's not fast enough, you're going to get bored quickly with it, it's 500, you're going to want a 600 quickly. And listen, I'd be lying if I said that I didn't want a 600cc at this point. I would love one, like a little inline four or something like that. But I've been saying this to all my friends, and I'll continue saying it, you know, for non-highway, non-felonious riding, and even some felonious riding, this bike is perfect. It's the perfect beginner bike. It has an amazing amount of power for someone who's never ridden before. And you know, the reality is that as comfortable as I am on it, I still have a lot of room to grow, a lot of improvements to make in my riding ability and my riding skill. But it's a lot of fun. As far as technology goes, it does have ABS. It does have traction control. That's about it as far as like additional features go. I mean, that's kind of what makes it a great beginner bike, because you don't have all these ride modes and settings and things to play around with like you do on a ZX6R or a bigger bike. You know, you have rain mode and track mode and all these different things. You don't have that with the Ninja 500. You just simply turn it on and you ride. We do have the TFT display, which is slightly different from the base model. This is the SE model. So factory, it comes with the upgraded display, same display that's on the higher bikes, the ZX6R, the ZX10, the H2, etc. We do have an included charging port, which only works half the time, unfortunately. It come with the sliders from the factory, as well as LED turn signals in the front and in the rear. I believe that LED taillight and headlights are stock on the base model as well. This bike is a lot of fun. If you're thinking about getting into riding, don't wait. Definitely consider this bike. It has an MSRP of $63.99. And, you know, by the time that you get it out the door with dealer fees and this and that, I ended up paying just above $8,000 for mine, and just above $8,000 for my wife, so $16,000 altogether for the two bikes, which is not, it's not the worst, it's not the best, right? Because you can totally pick up some used machines on Facebook Marketplace for a couple $1,000 that you can learn on and beat up, and it's not a big deal if you drop it, right? Because it's probably been dropped before, and it wasn't that expensive. But the problem with that really is that you're buying other people's problems, right? You're buying other people's issues. So many people, they go hard on these things right outside the box. Oh, look, a dog. Some people, they go hard on these things right outside the box, and you know, ultimately you're just buying somebody else's problems. And so we wanted to avoid that. We said, you know what, let's just buy new. That way we know how it's been taken care of. We know the maintenance schedule that it was on, and you can break it in properly, you know, because you know that people go hard on these things right out of the box, without question. They're just on that throttle right out of the box, and that can't be good for the engine. So we wanted to break them in properly. We've done all the oil. We've done all the oil ourselves. They say every 6,000, but we've been doing it every 3,000 just to be on top of it. But yeah, let's go for a ride. Started up because with the Ninja 500 2025 SEs, you don't actually get a key, you get a key fob. So you do have to just click that in, and then you can turn it. You get the Kawasaki logo popping up. And I do have a slip-on exhaust on this bike, so this is not the stock exhaust by any means. Definitely replace the stock exhaust. This bike sounds geriatric with the stock exhaust, to put it nicely. I just put on the slip-on like 2 weeks ago, and holy cow, what a difference it makes. It completely brought the bike back to life. And it's just amazing. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to flip you guys around to the front of the bike. The front of the bike. So that way you guys can see me while I talk. We'll go for a little bit of a ride, and then I'm going to spin it back around, and you guys can be front facing as well. So go ahead and get the bike started up. And you know, one thing about this bike that I personally love, I said it earlier and I'll say it again. It has just enough power to make mistakes, and it's not going to kill you. It's not going to, well, it can't kill you. It's not going to, it's not going to throw you off of the thing, for a simple mistake. It's very forgiving. It's very easy to learn on. It's a great beginner bike. And I love the thing. I would definitely buy this machine again if I was a beginner rider again. And I am still a beginner rider. You know, just, having only, this 1 year under my belt, I'm still very much so, a beginner rider. But I would definitely buy this machine again. It's been really, really quite good to me. I love the way it feels. I love the way it sits. It's sporty, but it has you sitting up a little bit. You're not so down like you would be on a ZX car or a similar sport bike, super sport. And yeah, it has a great feel to it. It has plenty of power to get you in trouble. But you know, at the same time too, it's got not enough power that, again, it's not going to loop you, right? I can be in second gear and just really jam on the throttle, third and jam on the throttle. It's not going to send you up, right? The bike just doesn't have that support, unless you're in first gear, and then it absolutely can do a power wheelie. But I digress. This is an awesome first bike for a beginner, man. It really is. Handling on this thing, I'll tell you, it's a dream. It handles like an absolute dream. I have buddies that ride a Harley. I have a friend that rides more of an upright sport touring, and they love the seating position on this bike. It's very comfortable. It's very easy to flick and maneuver, get around those tight corners. It just feels great. Bike is a lot of fun, man. It has the power to get you up to speed pretty fucking quick. You know, it's the fast vehicle I've driven, which doesn't say much. I know for motorcycles, it's not anything like spectacular or to like write home about. It's only 50 horsepower. But I'll tell you what, man, if you've never been on a bike, this is enough power. This is enough power to keep you happy for a while. I guarantee it. And I love the pops that this exhaust makes. I'm gonna pull into this gas station here, and I'm gonna set you guys back up in the front. All right, and through the power of editing, we are back.
Through the power of editing, we are back.
So yeah, as I was saying earlier, this bike has plenty of power to get you into trouble, to have fun, to learn how to ride. And that's the point of a beginner bike, right? A little bit of engine braking there. So yeah, if you are thinking about getting into the world of motorcycling, I say do it. Do it. I'm 31 years old, and I've been wanting to do this since I was 18, 19 years old, right? So for a while. And I just never had the money to do it. I never had the feasibility. But you know what? At the end of the day, those are all excuses, right? I could have done it. I was just stupid with my money. I didn't know how to save, and I didn't know what I was doing, right? I was young and dumb, like most of us are in our young 20s. So yeah, if you want a bike and you're young and you're sitting there saying, how the hell am I going to do it? Figure it out, man. You won't regret it. Have fun with it, but please, by all means, do the MSF course. Watch YouTube, Be Velocity Motorcycle, Dan Fireman. Figure out the basic fundamentals, you know, before you just hop on the back of one of these and then hop on some roads and twist the throttle, because anybody can go fast on one of these. The bike wants to stay up. It wants to stay up, right? Like, it wants to stay up. So once you get going, you can just twist the throttle. The bike's gonna go. Anybody can go fast. But you know, if you don't know what you're doing, you can really hurt yourself on these. So take the course, educate yourself, learn everything you can, but then get out there and go do it. Don't wait like I did for 12, 13 years. Figure out how to get it done. One thing I will say though, as far as, you know, having to wait, is I get to now ride with my wife. You know, my wife and I, we both just started riding this year. She has the exact same bike as I do, except hers is the black and blue version. Same thing though, 2025 Ninja 500 SE. She has just a little bit more miles than I do, because she actually gets to ride to work. And I'm willing to bet you she'd probably echo everything that I'm saying about the bike. It's a fantastic work bike, and I highly recommend it. But I digress. One of the nice things about waiting until I'm 31 to start riding is that I have a little bit more of a purpose to live, right? I have a wife to go home to, and I would really hate for her to be widowed at a young age, right? So I have a feeling that if I was 20 years old on one of these, I would have been a lot more reckless than I am today. So that's one thing to be thankful for. Speaking about the nimbleness, though, I mean, this bike just has no problem dipping and bobbing and weaving and really just following every input that you give it. It's nimble, it's light. I love it. Yeah, my boys do that. Don't worry about that. Anyway, guys, listen, I appreciate you watching. This is probably going to be a very rough video. It's our first video of the channel. I've never done video editing, so I'm kind of figuring everything out, learning from scratch. I don't have editors. I don't have a crew. It's just me, my GoPro, my wife, and a computer. You know what I mean? And 2 motorcycles. So bear with the editing, bear with the amateurishness of this first video, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the Ninja 500, if you have one, if you're thinking about getting one. Or if you've had one and you didn't like it, let me know what you didn't like about it. Either way, thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace. 2 wheels down.